In this video, I show you how to get the YouTube summarizer set up with the version for using Gemini AI Flash 1.5. That's the free AI that we can use from Google. It's a free API, basically. We don't have to pay anything to use it. So just click the link below this video, the sheet first. That's how we get started. First, we set up the sheet, and then there are a few blueprints or automations we need to set up in Make. And to connect these different functions, the summarizing function and those different APIs that we need. So first, we need to wait a few seconds until it shows setup. And then you need to click on Authorize App. And then you just follow the authorization process. There's a few things you need to confirm. You need to select your Gmail account and then click allow a few times. And then once this is done, we will continue. So just follow the process as I do right now. Now there's one part where you need to click on advanced. Sometimes people miss that. So there's one point of during the authorization process where you have to click advanced, and then you need to continue with the unsafe option basically. And once you've done that, it will show authorization successful. And then you click on install triggers. That's the next part we need to do. And once this has worked, everything is perfect. Now, next we need to put the webhooks in there from these two automations that we need. So go to your make.com account, and then you go and click on create new scenario. And below this video, you will find two scenarios, and we will first start with part one, the first scenario. So we click on download the scenarios below this video, and then you click on import. We're going to import the first one, which is this one. Okay, let's try again. Click save. Okay, it worked now. The first thing we do is we go to webhooks. We click add a new webhook, click save, and then we're gonna copy this address and we paste this into webhook 1. And before we continue, we want to make sure the webhook gets the connection to the Google Sheet. So for that purpose, what we need to do is we will unlink this for now. Okay, let's see, let's click again. Okay, it somehow didn't save. Let's click again. Okay, let's copy that again. Paste it in here. Okay. Now it's listening, and what we will do now, we will just go to our sheet here and we will enter YouTube URL to trigger that, just to trigger the webhook. So let's paste one in here. And then it normally should trigger that, and then it works. Okay, next we need to insert the YouTube API. And I'm not going to show you exactly where to get this because you will find this under technical tutorials. Get YouTube API key from Google Cloud Console. So you just paste in your API key there. We do the same here. So here you paste the API key from YouTube. And once more, here also. And then we'll click OK. And finally, in the Google Sheet, you need to select the same Google account that is connected to your Google Sheet here. So you need to hover over your icon here, and then it will tell you what you're logged into on which Google account, if you have more Google accounts. And then if you haven't already made a connection to Google Sheets, you click on Add, and then you complete the sign-up process, and then you can select your Google account from the drop-down. And here we need to put the sheet ID. The sheet ID is this part here. Copy that, paste it in here. Yeah, and then we need to first, we want to unlink that. And then we want to let it run once. We will enter this again and see if it already gets the information. Yes, so now we can connect it again. Here it, let's see, gets everything good. And now we can map the fields. So we need to map all the information here. The YouTube URL is already in there. The YouTube title comes from the first make a request module. It should come from this here. Yes, that's the title. The thumbnail URL also is in the first one. We can do the standard URL. That's just the resolution display, that we don't need that, it's already automatic, happens within the Google Sheet. View count, this is in the next one. This should come here under items, statistics, view count. Then we have subscribers, this is in the next module. I think it should be here under items, statistics, subscriber count. The channel name, I think that's again here at the bottom. Yes, here, channel title. The publishing date is also here. And that's all that we need for now. Good. Now let's save it. Let's do a quick test run. So let's set it to run once. Let's delete it and re-enter it again. And now it should normally fill in out all this information. Yes, we need to click on allow here. And then we have all the details we need. Now we need to set up this part. And to set this up, we need to set up another automation that you find below this video. So let's go to save that. I will rename that to demo. Let's go back. Let's switch it to on. And then let's go back to scenarios. Then we need to create a new scenario and we need to upload the second part of the automation. So you download it, it's called part 2. Save. Now we start again with the webhook. We add a new one. And then here we need to copy the address first, then we go back to webhooks and we paste it in here. And then we're going to trigger it. So we will first unlink that here, and then we will run it. No, we will not run it, so I made a mistake. We will stick with that here because it first needs to fetch the response from the Google Sheet. So click on summarize, and then it should get it. Perfect, and now we can connect it. Now here, we need to put another API key here from Rapid API, from the transcript generating API, and you also find this here, basically how to get this API key. So watch this if you don't already know that, and then come back and paste your API key in there. Next, we need to set this up. So here, you need to click on add, and then you need to add the API key from Gemini AI. And here you go to AI-studio-google.com, you click on get API key, and then you click on create API key, and then you get your API key. And then you paste this in here, and then you click on save, and then you will have this connection. And there you don't need to do anything, and you just click OK. And here again, we need to insert our sheet ID, which is this here. Make sure it's the same Google account of the Google Sheet. And here what we need to do is we need to only do one thing, which is to save the summary. The summary is here, this result. Okay, let's click save. Now let's hit stop here. Switch it to that. Okay, let's go back. Now it's switched to on. So it should work. So if I now unselect it and select it again, this should be activated. As you see, it's now running. And here I can check, does it work? Yes. Now here, okay, API key not valid. Good. I select this one. I think the test was the wrong one. That's why we test these things. So let's go back, switch it to on again, delete all data, delete, try again. Okay, now it will be activated again. Now I think it should work. Yes, it looks good. And now the transcript is generated, the summary is generated from the transcript of the video, which is gotten from that here, and then it will be saved to a Google Sheet. And it will appear here in this part. Yes, see here, this is the summary. And with that, it's set up. The summarization Google Sheet is set up. Sure, you can fine tune the prompt, like if you want to create a different summary, you can use a different one. And if you want to use a different AI model, you can just switch out this module here. Now here I go back, make sure it's switched on, and then I can use this Google Sheet.